Hello friends, today's class we're just going to do a nice gentle little practice. I like doing this type of work, more of an evening type practice. We'll do all the stuff on the floor, so we won't do any standing poses at all. The only props you'll need, 2 blocks, optional. You might need those, you might not, but we'll need a strap. So if you don't have a strap, you can use a t-shirt or a towel or something like that. So actually just start on all fours. And we'll just do some nice simple cat-cow. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. First, you just pull your chest forward. And then start to round through the back and press the ground away. Pull chest forward. And breathing out as you round. Do 2 more. One more time with your breath. And come back to a neutral position. From there, take your right hand behind your head. And inhale, reach the elbow up towards the sky. And then back down. 2 more times. Reaching up. And back down. 1 more time. This time as you come back down, thread the needle to the left. So the right forearm comes under the left forearm. And bring the right ear down towards the ground. From there, creep those right fingertips a little bit further away from you into more of a twist. Then either staying right there, or you can reach the left arm up into a bind, either to the low back, maybe creep it in to the inside of that right thigh, opening the left shoulder up here. Then gently pressing the right forearm and hand down into the ground. Stay there and breathe. And then bring that left hand back down, sweep the right arm back up to the sky. And come back to that tabletop position. Same thing, second side. So left hand behind the head. Reach that left elbow up towards the sky. And bring it back down. And 2 more times. Inhaling as you lift up. Exhaling, coming back down. 1 more time. And then thread the needle to the right. Left forearm comes down to the ground. Left ear to the ground. Press left hand and forearm down into the ground. Either staying right there. Or again, maybe reaching the right arm up into your version of the bind. Again, I'm just creeping those left fingertips maybe a little bit further away from me. And still maintaining that press down into the ground. All right, from there, right hand comes down to the mat. Reach that left arm back up to the sky. From there, we'll come to sit down on your bums. We'll come to a wide-legged position. So this one, we'll start with a little bit of a hamstring stretch. I mean, they're both little hamstring stretches, but more focus on the hamstrings. Then your torso towards your right leg. And then with that left hand, reach and grab for somewhere on the outside of that leg. So it might be on the shin, it might be further down towards the ankle. You might be able to reach and grab towards the heel. With the opposite hand, reach and grab the opposite side of the leg. Reach the chest forward. And a gentle amount of folding down, folding forward. I'm staying active a little bit here in the legs here by gently flexing the quads of that right leg. And just gently pressing that right heel into the mat. From there, come back up, sit up nice and tall. Take your right elbow to the inside of that right thigh. I use that elbow to turn my chest open up a little bit here. Hold right there. And then with the left arm, reaching up and forward. So with this one, I'm not really looking for my toes. I'm just reaching out, getting as much length through the side body as I can. And if this one doesn't work for you, if it's a bit too tight, you can just take the right hand outside of the thigh and jump it over. All right, come back through center. We'll turn that torso towards the left leg. Reach the chest long. And reach and grab somewhere on the outside of that leg. Opposite hand grabs the opposite side. Reach chest forward again. And then a little bit of folding forward. All right, from there, come back up. And then again, either left elbow to the inside of the thigh or left hand outside of the thigh. If you got that elbow on the inside, use it to open up the chest a little bit right there. And then reach right arm forward in the direction where the leg is facing. All right, coming back up. Hands behind you to sit up nice and tall. If that's enough stretch in your inner thighs there, you can stay right there. If you need a little bit more, you can either grab blocks down out in front of you, or just lean the chest out in front, and maybe come down onto the forearms. Some of you will be right here. That's great as well. All right, coming back up. Bring the knees together, and we'll come into a lunge. So for this next one, we'll grab a block. If you don't have a block, you can use a drink bottle or something like that, just something to press your hand down onto. Step the right foot forward and bring that block outside of the right hip. So block or your bottle, whatever you got. From there, a little bit of posterior tilt, so tuck your bum under, so not poking bum up towards the sky. Tuck it under, press the left foot into the ground, hand down on the block, and start to reach left arm up and over. They're looking for a bit of a stretch in front of the left hip. And it's that press of the foot and that little tuck of the tail, which you'll feel this one a little bit more. All right, release. And from there, take the right foot nice and wide into a lizard lunge. From there, walk the fingers a little bit out in front. Press the left hand down. Bend the back knee. Reach and grab for the back foot. Gently pull that foot in towards you. So if you don't quite have that range of motion, you can use a strap to grab the foot, or it can help to take the left hand a bigger step to the left. It might give you a little bit more access to that foot. Nice slow breathing. Okay, release. And we'll switch the legs over. Grab that block, get it set up on that left side. Step that left foot forward. And a little bit of that posterior tilt of the pelvis. Tuck your tail under. Press the right foot into the ground. Reach up and over to the left this time. So I'm not trying to reach towards the ground here. I'm trying to reach up on an angle. Nice length through the side body all the way down into the front of that right hip. Okay, release that. You can put your block over to the side. We'll take the left foot wide into lizard lunge. I've got my heel on the mat, toes slightly off. From there, bend the back knee. Reach and grab for that back foot. One more breath. And release. All right, from here, you just come to sit down on your mat. Bring the feet out in front of you. You have them on their mat. I'll just face it forward for you guys. So your left ankle over your right thigh. Bring the hands behind you into a little figure four and just sit up nice and tall. Flex the toes of that top foot so the top leg is active. And from there, with the bum, scooting closer towards the heel will intensify the stretch. Scooting away, make it a little bit easier for you. So just find a range of motion here that's not too excessive. We're just doing a nice gentle practice. Again, when you've had a few breaths there, you might be able to creep in a little more, maybe not. Okay. And then release. And we'll do the same thing on the second side. Right ankle over the left thigh, left foot on the ground, hands behind you to sit you up nice and tall. And then find your distance between heel to bum. All right, release that. From there, come to lie down on your belly. And we'll take a very mild locust pose. So reach the arms back behind you, fingertips on the ground. Keep the fingers on the ground, keep the feet on the ground. And just very gently lift the chest up, just until you start to feel your back muscles engage. And just very gentle, move for about 30% here. Okay, release that. Take the hands out in front, elbows under the shoulders into Sphinx. Gently press the pelvis down into the ground. With the forearms and the hands, pull the chest forward into spinal extension. Couple more breaths right here. And release from here. Stay in your Sphinx pose and we'll take a chest stretch. So take the right elbow out to the side, so it's at 90 degrees. The elbow is just a little bit higher than the shoulder, and the hand, the fist, or the wrist is in line with the elbow. Take the left hand by your left rib cage, right ear to the ground, bend the left knee, roll to the right, and just a gentle press of the right hand and forearm into the mat or the ground. All right, come back through center. We'll take it straight over to the other side. Yeah, just a gentle press of the hand and forearm down here. All right, release that. You come to lie down on your back. And from here, cross the thighs over so the knees are fairly close together. And we'll take a supine version of Gomukhasana. So reach and grab for the outer ankles, like the bony bits on the outside of your ankle, and pull the knees in towards you. You can either stay right there if that's enough for you, or as you pull the knees in, also gently try to separate the shins a little bit side to side. So separating the shins away from each other. Okay, release. Switch it over to the other side. Sit up a little bit to grab for those ankles. Then come back down, shoulders on the ground. Pull the knees in and maybe pulling them, the shins a little side to side. Okay, release. From there, both feet on the ground. This time we'll cross the right thigh over the left. Shift the hips a little bit to the right. And then twist over to the left. That right arm, I like to reach it up towards the back right corner. Stretch the front of the shoulder and the chest. Then come back through center. And we'll switch it over to the other side. Okay, release. And from here, optional. You can go straight into whatever type of Shavasana you like. For me, I'm going to take a supported bridge. I'm going to take my 2 blocks. If you have one, it will work with one. Take the arms to a cactus and just sit back, or any other shape here is fine. I'll leave you there in your Shavasana. Thank you for practicing.